Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2, Episode 2 of our Leeds United career mode. After 3 games, we currently sit 5th in the Premier League, and this is where every other team currently sits in the league. Moving into our first game, which is against Stoke City in the Cup. That is their starting 11 and substitutions. Not much of a team to worry about. The only person there is probably Butland, who is their goalkeeper, so we might struggle to put a couple of goals past him. We're going to quickly check out our starting 11 and substitutes. We've got Vencedor coming in, and got Ryan White, Roberts, a couple of changes, Life Davies, Hosanna, just a few of the youth players to come in to get some experience playing in the first 11. Our first opportunity is created by Roberts by passing it to Vencedor, who has a shot on his left foot, and Jack Butland manages to keep it out of the goal. And the game was pretty much uneventful from there, so we're going to go into a penalty shootout. Afobe steps up to take Stokes' first penalty and manages to be saved somehow by Meisler. Skov steps up for Leeds United to take our first penalty and manages to put it into the bottom left-hand corner to make it 1-0. We now have Pabon taking the second penalty and he puts it into the back of the net, now 1-1. We've got Harrison taking our next penalty and manages to put it wide, so we are now equal again. McLean stepping up and puts it over the top of the crossbar. Phillips, the captain, stepping up to take his penalty and manages just to put it past Butland to make it 2-1. And DA manages to put it into the back of the net, making it 2-2. Lorente is stepping up to take our next penalty and Butland manages to keep it at 2-2. Allen steps up and manages to put it over the crossbar yet again. If Wright scores, we win the shootout. Wright manages to easily put it past Butland to make it 3-2. We are into the next round of the League Cup. Match number 2 is against Tottenham Hotspurs, and this is their starting 11. Got Doherty, Umtiti, Ramos and Regulon at the back, Winks and Højbjerg in the midfield with Gnabry, El Celso and Son, and Harry Kane up front. There is their substitutions. And they do have Patrick Bamford on the bench, who used to be a Leeds United player. Quickly take a look at the Leeds United starting 11. That was our defence. Our midfield is Phillips, Rafinha, Harrison, De Silva and Helder Costa, with Rodrigo up front. And there are our substitutions as well. First opportunity falls to us, being created by Rodrigo and Costa, but Lloris manages to keep the ball out from the back of the net. Next opportunity is being created by Rafinha down the right hand side, who manages to pick out Rodrigo, who manages to hit it at Lloris, and then Harrison manages just to walk it into the bottom right hand corner to make it 1-0 Leeds United. A beautiful cross from Rafinha and unlucky Rodrigo just hitting it at Lloris, but beautiful finish from Harrison, getting it between the two Spurs defenders and just past Lloris into the bottom right hand corner. Shows that he's got some skill, and maybe he should be starting a bit more than Helder Costa should be, because he has a bit more quality. Tottenham get a first opportunity in the 81st minute, and they manage to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-1 with El Celso. Beautiful moves off the ball there from El Celso. I thought they were going to go for the other Spurs player, which I think was Kane, but he left it for El Celso, who manages just to take the shot before Felix would get to the ball, and Meisler was not ready for the shot at all. Costa making a run down the left-hand side. A beautiful touch to get round the Spurs play. He's looking for someone in the box, but no one is with him. But he manages to get a ball through to Rodrigo, who manages just to poke it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 Leeds United in the last couple of minutes of the game. Surely we have won this game and take the 3 points away. But I'm really surprised that they actually left Rodrigo unmarked there. Rodrigo was just like, I'm ready to put the ball into the back of the net, and Dyer was not managing to mark him at all, and that is how the game ends. It ends 2-1 Leeds United. We come away with the 3 points and a great performance to show that we still have the quality to beat those top teams. Quickly going to make a transfer for Sherpen from Ajax. We were looking for another goalkeeper because we've managed to sell Casilla and we've got our other goalkeeper on loan, and we've got Meisler as our only other option for a goalie. So we're going to bring in Sherpen as our substitute goalkeeper. He's 70 rated, 21 years old. He could even challenge Meisler as the starting goalkeeper, but he's not going to jump straight into the team. He's going to be playing in the cup matches to give Meisler a rest. But this is what we're offering. I'm currently offering Stevens and a 1.5 mil with a sell-on clause. They want a little bit more, so we're going to try and wheedle it down to like 1.4 and 14%, but they're dead set on that 1.8 mil, and we'll match that because we really want Sherpen. Sherpen's like 6'7" or something like that, so he will manage to like cover the goal easily. Now we'll just sort out Sherpen's contract. He wants a rotation position, so it's not too bad. His wages currently aren't that much, but we're going to sign him on a 5-year contract, and they've agreed to that. We don't want to have a release clause. 14,500, 125 is really good for a young player, and we are happy with that. We get an offer from Atletico Madrid for Jason Denier, offering us 25 million for him. We want more than that. We want about 33 mil, but we're probably gonna just come down a little bit. We'll try the 35 just to see if they'll actually go for it, and they actually do. So we've sold Denier hopefully for 35 mil. Jumping into game number 3 for today. This is our starting 11. You won't see many changes, just Skov coming back into the centre mid position, and we've got Lorente and Koch and Sessegnon at the back. Look at the West Ham starting 11. They got Jordan Pickford in goal, Corfu, Ferrero, Vogue, Mata and Masako, Snodgrass, Frieder, Soucek and Fornals in the midfield, and Mikel Antonio at the front. 5 at the back. It's going to be hard to break down. First opportunity of the game falls to West Ham in the 42nd minute, looking for that through ball to Mikel Antonio, and then manages to pick out the back of the net past Meisler to make it 1-0 West Ham United. Beautiful play from West Ham to get past our defence. I thought they had no chance, but they managed to pick out the right pass to just feed it through to Mikel Antonio from there. Just a little nice overlapping run actually from their number 7, who threw off my defence because I thought the ball would have gone to him. But yeah, first time finish from Antonio to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. We did not manage to break that 5 at the back at all to even get a shot on target or even worth showing you, and they didn't manage to pick up another goal or another chance on target. So that's how the game ended. 1-0 West Ham. Quite a disappointing defeat considering we just played really well against Tottenham, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Eduardo Vargas is a player that's a free agent and he's 75 rated as a cam. He can help bolster our midfield, especially if we can get him out of that rotation. He is 31 years old, but he has experience. He'll be able to just drop in different places like the wings, the midfield, even striker. So he's got that all-round statistics and he has joined the club. Moving into match number 4, we are playing against Wolverhampton United, and this is their starting 11 with Stengs, Rodriguez and Daniel Podence up front. There is their substitutions, and we'll quickly have a look at the Leeds United starting 11. Meisler staying in goal with Shackleton, Llorente, Koch and Stettignon at the back. Phillips in the midfield with Rafinha, De Silva, Skov and Costa just in front of them, and Rodrigo up top. And there are our substitutions. Vargas has made the bench. Wolves get the first opportunity of the game, falling to Stengs, which is saved by Meisler to put it out for a corner. Next opportunity is just before half time. Samiodo, a beautiful cross, some weird flick on, I guess, from one of the Wolves players to find Podence. He manages to find the back of the net to make it 1-0 Wolves United, just going down before half time. I don't really know what actually happened with the Wolves player there, and I don't know why Llorente didn't attack the ball, but a great finish from Podence. He was unmarked and he just had a little bit of time to figure out where he was going to place it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 Wolves. Into the second half, we get Skov bursting through the Wolves defence and has a beautiful shot into the back of the net to make it 1-1. We've now brought it back on our number 7, showing why we have brought him in as a midfielder. Beautiful pass from De Silva and 3-4 touches to put it into the back of the net to make that drawing goal, which is beautiful to see. This shot just had so much raw power behind it. I don't think even if Patricio could have got there, he could have actually stopped it going in, because it probably would have just hit his hand and it would have still gone in. Get the next opportunity falling to Harrison in the 82nd minute, and Patricio manages to save it because it was an off-balance shot. We've got Neto pushing forward. He manages to get through the defence. Koch messing up, but Neto manages just to put it wide to not advance Wolves in the game, and that's how the game will end. We end as a draw, which is 1-1, both teams getting the 1 point for the league. Match number 5 is back in the League Cup. We see our starting 11 with some of the youth players starting again, but not many of them, and that is how we are going to start. We need to get another result in this, because it's going to be worth us to win the cup this year, because we'll get a bit more money and hopefully be able to buy a couple more players in. We are taking on Crystal Palace in this game, so it could be quite a hard one considering they are a Prem team. And this is their starting 11. João Pedro up front, and Gaita in goal, and Vrijdevel in the defensive position. They're probably the 3 players I'd pick out there that are probably the most dangerous or most hard to get past at the moment. De Silva making a beautiful pass through to Rodrigo, who manages to beat off Vrijdevel to manage to get a shot off, but Gaita manages to save it, but deflects it right into the path of Rodrigo, who manages to react the quickest and manages to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Rodrigo did well to keep hold of the ball there. He nearly got beaten off the ball and almost beaten to the rebound, but luckily he just got it away from the Palace defender's feet, and Gaita was just unlucky not to get up and save it. But great finish from Rodrigo, even though it was of the second time of asking. Rodrigo in the 38th minute making a run forward yet again. He pulls it back and then manages to place it past Gaita for his second goal of the game, and to make it 2-0 Leeds United. Beautiful run from Rodrigo, and he luckily got the Crystal Palace defender just out of his way there to get it in on goal. Otherwise, I think he would have probably actually messed it up, because he messed up the run ever so slightly. Crystal Palace are looking for a goal. They managed to find Morris, who manages to take a shot on goal, but nothing really comes of it. But it was a great opportunity. Next chance falls to Rafinha, crossing the ball into the box, who finds Rodrigo, who managed to pick up his hat-trick for the game in the 53rd minute. Rafinha and Rodrigo looking like a dangerous duo yet again, with this assist and goals from both of them in the Carabao Cup. It's just amazing. Hopefully this can continue into the Premier League, where Rodrigo seems to be struggling a little bit, but hopefully he'll find his great run of form. But a great first time volley into the back of the net past a Palace defender and a goalkeeper. Vargas passes the ball to De Silva, who takes a shot on the weak foot and manages just to put it wide. And that's the game. Rodrigo picking up 3 goals for our team. He also gets the ball and he manages to pick up the win in the League Cup from us, so we will advance to the next round. We will have a look where we sit in the Premier League. We have dropped down to 8th after another 3 games have been played in the Premier League, meaning 6 games have been played. We're not doing too badly. There's 6 points separating us and first, and there's also quite a big gap between 8th and 20th of 7 points. So at the moment, anyone could win, anyone could lose the Prem, so it's all to play for at the moment. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like. If you've got anyone that I should be looking at or contemplating buying for the series, please leave a comment down below, and ta-ra!